I'm very much a last-minute replacement for Paul Allen, and I've had very little time to prepare, so it will not be as comprehensive as what Paul was going to cover, but I just thought I'd give us a bit of a feel for what the Zero Carbon Written Report covers. Some people will tell you, in fact quite a lot of people will tell you, that getting the UK to zero carbon is not technically possible, that it's not materially possible. That is not true. There is a gaping chasm between what is physically possible and what is considered politically possible. It is entirely feasible to get to zero with existing proven technology. And we can and we must do it in the UK by 2030. But it requires transformational changes in land use, energy, diets, agriculture, food, industry, but they are all possible and they all bring a wealth of wide benefits. But how do we get to grips with the scale of the transformation? How do we know which steps to take first? How do we know what practically needs to happen? Back in 1977, the Centre for Alternative Technology in Wales began to write independent reports to show what technically needs to happen to get the UK to zero carbon, and they've updated them every few years. They focus on existing technology, no reliance on future magical fixes, no reliance on sucking carbon out of their anything that I guess those capitalists would dream up as the way we fix this. And they focus on how is the fastest that we can physically do this, and then they map that and they model it. They cover all areas of emission reduction, and they cover where we are now and where we need to get to, and it is a very good independent report in terms of technical emission reduction. Just to give a feel for the report, I'll whiz through the section on energy. And if you read it, it's 150 pages and it goes through each area of emission reduction in the same amount of detail. So we hear a lot of false arguments about how we can't get to zero carbon and keep the lights on. That's the common phrase. The research team at CAT modelled hour-by-hour energy demand data and hour-by-hour renewable energy data over a 10-year period for the UK at a range of sites. They use that to model what we need to do to keep the lights on. So using energy as the example, this slide shows energy use by sector, what needs to change. We have to power down. We have to reduce demand by 60%. So this can be done through huge emission reductions in housing, for example, building all new homes to Passive House standard, comprehensively retrofitting all existing buildings, some behaviour changes, and huge emission reductions from transport by reducing how much we travel, more remote working, more use of Skype, and how we travel, changing how we travel, so huge investment in public transport infrastructure. They expect industry, which is the orange bar, to continue to use a lot of energy because they propose that we need industry to grow in order to decarbonise. But to do that in a zero carbon way, we then need to power up. To meet the remaining 40% of energy demand needs a mix of renewable sources, including storage. Solar, geothermal, hydro, tidal, massive scale of offshore wind. It is transformational, but it can be done. It physically can be done. CAT have also produced other reports. Their Raised Ambition report covers what groups in over 100 countries around the world who've already modelled how to get to zero carbon. Their Making It Happen report covers what they see as the social, cultural, political and economic barriers to get the UK to zero carbon. And an updated of their zero carbon written technical report is about to be published next month. If Paul was here, he would say that there are a lot of different paths to technically get the UK to zero carbon. What they're doing is presenting one option, one pathway to show it can be done, and then to open up that debate. So you can look at the report and you can say, well, why that much wind instead of that much solar? This is how you can model it. Look at the land use. They have an interactive tool that you can have a play around with on their website. In the context of today's discussion, I would also add the report calls for nationalisation of energy and transport in order to make the changes at the pace that's required. And it does acknowledge neoliberalism as a driver of climate catastrophe. It doesn't go as far as to say capitalism. It does talk about a positive vision of a zero carbon society, what matters to people, what does happiness mean, improved quality of life, warm homes that everybody can afford to heat, integrated accessible public transport that everybody can afford to use. As a climate jobs activist, I would say there's not enough detail in there about jobs, workers' rights, just transition for high-carbon workers. I would still recommend that everybody reads it because it is a very good sort of technical-based report. And if you haven't already read the 1 Million Climate Jobs report, I'd say that's a stronger report to read in terms of just transition for workers, the jobs that are required, how you fund that transition. But to be fair to Centre for Alternative Technology, they've invited us as climate jobs activists to write a chapter in their new report, which is coming out in November, which we've done. So they are very open to debate, criticism, suggestions, amending, changing. I think we'll all have our criticisms, and those criticisms will come from different backgrounds. They have an online forum for that debate, and they're always looking for contributors to that online forum, so feed your views into them. So just to wrap up, we often hear in the media the good news stories about action on climate change, so a renewable energy scheme is being built, there's a new government announcement about a plan for offshore wind at a certain scale, and the numbers sound big, and it's really hard to get to grips with whether they're enough. And for me, the Zero Carbon Britain report really helped me to quantify whether proposals and changes are transformational at the level that we actually need. It gave me the technical evidence to back up my political belief that in the context of the climate crisis, it's a mistake to think that if everyone does a little, we can collectively achieve a lot. Whereas actually, if everyone does a little, we will collectively achieve only a little. We have to act at the pace and scale required by science. We can and we must get to zero carbon by 2030 in the UK, but for example, the offshore wind capacity at the scale we need will physically take us 8 years to build. We have to start now. Thank you.